What is up, guys? MaxmovLive here. Welcome back to Cities Skylines, Wood River Basin. This is my series based on the southwest area of Idaho in the high desert Pacific Northwest. So, jumping back in after a decent break on the series, kind of planned, kind of unplanned, mainly just because it generally takes a while to do these videos, but I've been really inspired lately, so I hopped in. This footage here in this video is decently old. It's been sitting on my hard drive for a decent amount of time, but decided, you know what, let's jump back in, especially after Sunset Harbor came out, or if you're from Australia, mainly if you're $2.20, Sunset Harbor. Anyway, super excited, and I was really inspired by that stuff, and even though there aren't many oceans, well, there's no oceans in my build here, I have some ideas on how to incorporate the fishing industry from Sunset Harbor. So stay tuned for that. I want to be putting out some more of these videos more frequently because they're just fun. Every time I'm in Cities Skylines, I get addicted, I get sucked in, and this detail work is really awesome. I love it anyway. I should probably talk about what we're doing in this video. As you probably guessed from the thumbnail and the title of the video, we're working on the commercial area around the university. So last episode, episode 13, we built the campus quite a while ago. Of course, that was when the campus DLC came out. Now, you know, it's time for Sunset Harbor. So we're finishing some stuff up here in the city. Really just bulking up this city, and I'm really loving it. Some of the cinematics you'll be able to see, it's incredible how big this city has really gotten, which, you know, it's super cool to see. But anyway, working on some commercial and then a little bit of residential. The commercial is right off this main avenue right here. Obviously, we only have one side now. Once we expand the city, we're going to go on the other side of the road and slowly work on that stuff as well. But a lot of low mixed commercial in this area. A lot of restaurants, a couple gas stations, banks, the low density type of stuff. We have some apartment complexes, hotel, and some other housing options nearby, just because there's still a lot of the kind of the infrastructure based around the university, because it is a couple of blocks away. So putting all of this stuff in here, really excited with how this turned out. I think it looks really, really good, especially from the street's perspective. And it's a good mix of smaller and like medium-sized buildings as we creep up towards the hill, which you'll see in the cinematics as well. I think it just looks really, really cool, and pretty interested to have this industry here, or the infrastructure here. I wouldn't call it industry. We've done enough of that. We're going to be looking at more commercial and residential sides now. Definitely the commercial, that's starting to become more and more of a thing. But obviously, like I said, putting in lots of restaurants, lots of small shops, lots of parking lots. It's common for this area. You see it everywhere. But I think it fits together really well, and obviously throwing in a little bit of detail here and there when I can. It looks so good. I'm really happy with it. I'm really pleased with what's going on. But anyway, we're going to move to a slightly different area, pick up a different project, and start working on that. Alright, so moved down a couple blocks from where we were, obviously still in this similar area. This is kind of to the southeast of the campus of Arbor State University. I have to remember the name. I named it. It has a name, it has a name, it has a name. Anyway, there's a whole lot of housing in that area, and then it kind of blends. There's a whole lot of different variety of buildings going on, which I really like. Because there's the main campus block, which are the standard campus buildings, and then as we go east towards the stadium on the opposite side of the road that the stadium's on, you get these bigger purpose-built, mainly laboratories and specialty classroom buildings as part of the university. And then literally on the other side of the street you end up with houses and stuff, and this is common in the areas that I've studied over like Google Earth and all that stuff. You see that it's basically like other side of the street, you're down to a neighborhood, and the campus and the university just expands as they go. So I wanted to replicate that in this build here, and you can see that when we work over there. I had a lot of fun detailing those back lots. Same thing when I built the industrial complex, or the first one. I really loved how that stuff turned out, because I think it just looks really, really cool. Detail. It's fun stuff. Having fun with these parking lots too. I think it's a great way to add a lot of realism, just putting in small parking lots. And the crazy thing is too, for whatever reason, they are completely filled right now. Like, the Sims have just entirely filled the parking lots, which I'm impressed by. Apparently there's a need for parking, but they don't want to use the ones on campus, especially like the stadium lots. They don't want to do that one. Whatever. It's whatever. Obviously there's a lot of demand for the commercial, so people are lining up, and it will get better when I introduce taxis and buses, which are going to come at a later time, just not right now. So I'm working on probably my favorite area of the build, and that's a block that is not completely done yet, because you end up with, obviously, stuff's under development and things are improving and changing as the entire university expands. So we get this block which has a little bit of shops, and then I put in a super cool asset that's actually there's a couple different sizes for the different lot sizes, and you end up with a building that's under construction. I think it's super cool. Then I'm just throwing down lots of props here. We have the dirt road dragged in, which isn't connected, because I didn't want people driving down here. A lot of times you get Sims that just drive around, they'll do a U-turn and come back out. I didn't want that. So throwing down lots of details and props, I just think it looks so good. Putting in another bank here, this is at Idaho Central, obviously it fits with the theme of the build here. Trying to detail up the drive-through, make it look all nice and purty. And then another thing I wanted to do here is low-cost parking alternatives for the university. This is really common. You see, fancy parking lots, and then you end up with the not so fancy parking lots because it's a cheaper alternative. So this one is a dirt gravel lot. Thing looks really good. There's a ton of them around Boise State, which is what this campus is modeled after. Super easy to do. Again, it adds to the parking. You can see just how many cars are already using it. But we're getting towards the end of the video. I do just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was a short one, but I wanted to get through the old footage that I had so we could jump in and record some more stuff. I'm not going to promise a certain frequency or anything, but I've just been really itching to do some more Cities Skylines, so more that's coming. If you guys did like this video, drop a like on the video. It does show your support and it helps bring new people to the channel. Of course, if you are new here, feel free to subscribe so you never miss out on more stuff that I'm doing in the future, which I want to have more of. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is MaxmovLive. I will catch you in the next video. See you guys later.